Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Steam Store Page Daily. It is January 20th, and we are going to be looking at the games from January 19th, 2023. We have a grand total of 41 games that we're going to be looking at today, the highest this week. And before we do that, I have a few notes that I want to get through. So first, I've noticed a weird little anomaly in Steam search results, which maybe this is a bit inside baseball, but we have this game here called Be At After Summer, and it's flagged as a demo. It says it's free to play, or it's a free demo. But when you click on this, it just takes you to the store page. There's no demo. There's a couple of other games that are flagged as free demos that have the same thing. Let's see, here we go. Fortune the Fated. I think this one also has the same kind of thing. So it says here, free demo, click on it. They do have a demo for this one. But it's kind of weird that they're showing up as separate Steam entries, but all linking to the same page. I only noticed this happening today. So that's a bit weird, especially the one with Be At, where it just doesn't link to a demo. It's very strange. So maybe some people are pulling some shenanigans with how the Steam store pages are working, or maybe something changed in the SDK. I don't know. The next thing is related to this article by howtomarketatgame.com, which is a very good article that's about the vampire survivor genre, which I think we're calling horde survival. I think that's the term that is winning in the, are they vampire survivor likes? Are they wave survival? It seems like horde survival is winning. But in this article, there is this chart, which is the charts for games released in 2022 last year by genre. And you can see that visual novels are massively overrepresented. We have 1,341 visual novels, which is just, it's a lot of visual novels, right? And then we have puzzle platformers that are unfortunately overexposed and tend not to do very well. Then city builders, Metroidvanias, action roguelikes. And in this case, the vampire survivor likes are action roguelikes. So this article is arguing that, yeah, there's still space in the action roguelike / horde survival genre. But we're talking about visual novels today because 1,341 games means about 3.5 visual novels per day to get to that number. So when I saw that number, I was like, that can't be right, because as far as I know, the only actual visual novels that I've looked at this week were the two on Monday, which were the one where you're playing as the general for a dictator, and the one where you're dissecting a frog. And I thought both of those looked very cool. But that that can't be correct, because if there's only 2 that came out in a week, we would only see about 100 visual novels. What's going on? Clearly this number is wrong. But, the actual number is correct because I haven't been reviewing the visual novels on stream, but I have been reviewing them off stream. They fall under the games that I am calling red light games, which are games released for alternative purposes than narrative exploration. They're not safe for work games. And yes, there's tons and tons of things flagged as visual novels that may or may not actually fit the classical definition of visual novel in the not safe for work game space. So I think that makes this image a little ambiguous. Yes, that makes sense. I have been seeing 3 to 4 not safe for work visual novels per day, visual novels in quotation marks again. But that also means that the actual number of what you would consider a classic visual novel, one that isn't erotic, is probably down here. It's probably 1 or 2 per week. So you're looking at 100, 150. Visual novels for other purposes are not wildly overexposed on Steam in the way that this makes it look. Because I don't think that there's a huge overlap in demographics there between people who would play one of the 2 visual novels we saw this week, or the ones that are for other purposes. All right, that's the preamble out of the way. We're gonna get started with Be At, or Heart Be At, after the summer, and despite the fact that it has this weird demo thing, I am still going to be looking at it because it is actually on sale for $6.49 by Dark and published by the same. I like that name. That's pretty good, especially if they are actually French. Nice job. And this one is a visual novel, so this is like this is our third visual novel for this week. The description is just spread your wings after the summer sky, which is not particularly descriptive, though. This is a charming little capsule image. Visuals don't really show us a lot of what the game is going to be like. I wonder if the trailer will. It is all in Japanese, so we are unlikely to get much context from this. All right. This is a visual novel which uses Live 2D. I hope they're not doing it in RenPy. I have recently learned that working with Live 2D in RenPy is a huge hassle, especially if you want to be able to like gracefully downgrade back to PNGs. Anyways, in the center of Tokyo's metropolitan area, there's a small talent agency named Yotsuba Productions, where many aspiring idols strive to become the real deal. Huh. However, due to a certain incident, it was decided to send be in person. Okay, so this is an idol visual novel. Interesting. One review in English. It's okay. Thanks, Fluffy. All right, cool. We have another review in Japanese. Let's take a look over at the charts, which are already there because I set this up beforehand. One person played it. There were 2 people playing it at peak hours. We have 52 followers and 2 positive reviews. So no negative reviews, so people don't hate it. But it doesn't look like a lot of people were looking at it. Let's check the chart. This was created, come on, give me it, May 17th. So that's tricky on this one. They're estimating about 100 people. I'm going to estimate about 200 people will check this one out. It is cute. If they have any sort of external marketing, they could get up to 200, but yeah. All right. Okay, so this is... I missed my transition timing before. Okay, so we have 2012 TD Tower Defense Survival, a tower defense game by Refinery Games, and published by the same, on sale for $5.84, down from $6.50. Get ready for the ultimate tower defense onslaught. Build, deploy, research, and upgrade your defenses in this epic, old-school RTS-inspired sci-fi adventure. Cool monsters. Gonna zoom in so I can see better. This definitely reminds me of, like, StarCraft, right? That seems to be sort of what they're invoking here. Cool noodly monsters. Alright, seems to be competently made. We have 5 user reviews. So 100 years in the future, battle interdimensional flesh spawn. Alright, across the solar system and defend Earth's colonies from complete annihilation. Alright, store page seems pretty good. These are some indicative GIFs. I like the little flying drone thing. Interesting. Okay. We've got a few reviews. This is a mix of simplicity and strategy, and looks drew me to 2012 TD. I think that the starting with a number might be hurting you. It's kind of hard to say. Just playing it last night without noticing. The nostalgia is strong with this one. Yeah, it really reminds me of like StarCraft, like the original StarCraft. One of the best TD games I ever played on mobile. Okay, so it is a mobile port. I was thinking that based on the UI. The UI looked kind of overly large for a game originally set on the PC. Let's see if Refinery Games have made anything else. Nope. So this is the only game that they have made, at least on Steam. Maybe they've been getting some more stuff. All right, so 27 players, not too bad. 34 peak. They have 76 followers, so they're doing pretty good on acquisition from that. And again, we see this spike towards the end, which means they did get some visibility from Steam, and they are not overexposed. So this was, store page was made on December 22nd. So not a ton of time to do marketing. And we have 7 positive reviews, 1 negative review, 72 followers, right? Yeah, 76 followers. Huh, hard to say. If they're very lucky, in the next 12 hours or so, they're going to get over the 10 review hump and they'll get pushed into the algorithm. I'm going to say 500 for this. Like, this looks like clearly a very high effort game, but it is a port and it doesn't seem like they're pushing it independently of the original game, so we will see how it goes. 1109. A Bit of Tactics. I'm guessing this is also a visual novel. All right, this one is on sale for $5.19, down from $6.50 by Creamyland and published by the same. It is a turn-based tactics game. All right, cute little pixels. Oh, cute little mushroom dudes. I think I've seen these sprites before. These may be asset sprites. And the farms of Abatoff monsters are grown for their yield of rare items. But a successful harvest is not easy, for these crops fight back. As with all creatures, their hearts yearn for tactics. Okay, use this as your advantage. Prepare progress to the dungeon, defeat their boss, and reap their rewards. So we're killing the plant dudes. That seems mean. The background pixel art is very cool. We've got some fairly classic little fantasy dudes. This is a well put together little trailer, which makes me kind of surprised that this has not garnered more of a response, which is too bad. Let's see if Creamyland has done anything else. Nope, this is their only game so far. Very cool little game, a steal for $4. Yeah, it seems like it's really good and on sale for not much money. So it seems like it's a roguelite, so you unlock stuff as you go. Keep running into new items. Huh. So it's a cool little tactics battle game. Let us see if the charts can illuminate things. Yeah, see, not many players at all. Only 61 followers. Ouch. And this was made on October 2nd. A bit of tactics. So, very sad, but it looks like this was something happened here. Don't know what happened in November, and they've been climbing a little bit, but again, we get to see that spike at the end that says you needed to market this more. Unfortunately, I'm only gonna say maybe 100. Not that it's bad. This looks really good, but a bit of tactics. A pity, because this looks really nice and polished. Moving on to A Matter of Principle. This is on sale for $4.49, down from $4.99, by Dillyframe and published by the same. Matter of Principle. Ah, well, this is striking. Love this capsule image, very cool. Is an interactive historical comic in visual novel format. You have to participate in one of the most high-profile events of the XX century? What's the XX century? 20th century? Many theories exact. Oh, okay. So this is about the killing of Archduke Ferdinand at the start of World War I. Wild. All right. The art seems really cool. So it is in a visual novel format. dang, the art is really good. Like, just really, really consistently excellent. Fantastic line work. Ascald Akishan. I have not heard of them, but they are very, very good. Very, very interesting idea for a game. Like, very interesting idea for a visual novel. Man, the visual novels that come out that are not, red light games are really fascinating this week. I don't know if this is going to find a large audience on Steam just among normal Steam players, but if Dillyframe were to market this game specifically to like grade 7 and 8 classes, like to teachers, I think they might get something, because provided they're historically accurate, they might be able to get into classrooms, which would probably do pretty well. Sosage has a review. They received this product for free, so it looks like they are a professional reviewer of some kind. Won't take you much time to read, so it's about an hour and a half long. The artwork is excellent. They've got good ambient music. So, and we have 2 reviews in a Slavic language I don't recognize, possibly Russian. Okay, so there's 4 positive reviews. This looks really good, but it also doesn't look like a game that was like designed for sales. Like, yeah. So we have 1 at peak, 2 all time. No viewers, but it was on Twitch for a very brief period of time. Possibly the developer was streaming on Twitch. We have 3 positive reviews, no negative reviews, and 1 follower. So this does not appear to have been marketed, which is a enormous pity, because it is really gorgeous. November 8th. Actually, we saw there were 4 positive reviews. So I'm gonna guess 500, and that is based entirely on. Somehow my cursor ended up over my little dude. Okay, I'm going to guess 500 based solely on the fact that the art is incredibly striking, and this capsule is amazing. So, all right. Best of luck, Dillyframe. I hope whatever you were making this for, it worked out. That was a matter of principle. We're moving on to A Space for the Unbound. This is on sale for $23.39, down from $25.99, by Mojiken and published by Toje Productions. I know Toje, so I think this is probably a pretty polished game. Yes, here we go. We have a developer interview. A slice of life adventure game with beautiful pixel art set in late 90s rural Indonesia. It tells a story about overcoming anxiety, depression, and the relationship between a boy and a girl with supernatural powers. This is really cool pixel art. There's a cute cat that gets points in my book. Alright, so yeah, like classic adventure game stuff. Wondering if I've seen this somewhere before. Very positive response, so it looks like they have been doing, maybe Toje Productions has been doing some good work marketing this. The store page is really well made. They have a review from Rock Paper Shotgun, which means that they have been reaching out to press. So this is 90s Indonesia. Very cool. And let's see. Hado Indonesia Koi. It's a really interesting game. It has a balance between realistic slice of life and fantasy elements. Amazing pixel art. No complaints, so it does not look like it has any bugs. You can pet any cats and dogs, and even ducks. What is still making you hesitate to buy this game? Very good question, Muzalana. This looks very cool. Let us see if the charts describe this success. So, nice. 266 people playing now, 338 at max. Some people are looking at this on Twitch right now. And they had almost 10,000 followers. And even then, they have a big spike towards the end. So I'm guessing that this... I'm using this to say like this is underexposed, but you know what? I think for games that are clearly getting into the Steam algorithm, this is number 178 in top sellers, so it's in the top 200 of top sellers, which means it's easily in the top 1 to 2% of games. This means like they've got into Steam, and now Steam is helping them sell. So I think this means different things depending on where you are in the algorithm. Or maybe I'm just reading too much into a chart. I don't know. Let's see when this was initially created. Yes, this has been under production for some time. And I do think I've heard of this game before. This was December 2nd, 2019. So it's been in production. Oop, that is not 2019. There we go. It's been in production for some time. 123 positive reviews and 0 negative reviews. Overwhelmingly positive. 9,812. Which means they had somewhere in the range of 100,000 wish lists. So, very good luck for them. I'm going to guess 30,000, I think, for this. I hope that's right, and I hope they sell that many. Because they're now like into the Steam algorithm. If they keep selling, they will keep getting pushed. Best of luck to Mojiken and Toji Productions on that one. 21, 22 for AColony, all one word. This is on sale for $19.49, down from $25.99 by Zero Tris and published by the same. AColony. A colony building game with an emphasis on unexpected events, online co-op, and managing a unique colony. Build your colony, feed your colonists, research technologies, craft advanced weapons, explore the world, fight enemies, and defend your property. Okay, so these are recognizable assets, and you're getting killed by the spidery things. Okay. It's in early access. They do have a demo. 3 to 4 player co-op mode is still experimental. So this is one of those ones where it's like, please describe your hook, please. It's cool. It looks like a relatively full-featured. We have stockpile zones. We have little farms. We've got a furnace or maybe a stove there. Like, this looks like a functional game, but it is also missing a hook, I think. If World of Minecraft had a baby, that's kind of what it looks like, but you only played 2 hours. This person has played 1,200 hours, so that's the kind of numbers that I would hope to see on the reviews of a colony game, because they are like massive time sinks. Like, I personally have like 700 hours in RimWorld. I have a problem. But it's a great game. It's early stages without any stability issues. That's really cool. In general, it has a pretty simple visual. Main pro is it has very decent multiplayer, which works amazingly fine, which is very surprising for a colony game. That could be like the big push here, but I'm not seeing that pushed very hard in the marketing. So far, maybe it's not the most interesting game in the market. Yeah, it's kind of lacking flair, honestly. But for the fact that it already has working multiplayer, all right. This one's hard to estimate because like colony games tend to do pretty well, but right now this is not going to do super great, I don't think. 20 people playing, 24 for a peak. So it's not doing terribly. It's doing better than the reviews would suggest, I think. 708 followers, initially created on April 17th, 2020. Very nice. All right. Positive reviews are 3, 0, and 708 followers. This one's genuinely a puzzler. I got my thumb on my chin on this one. Gosh, I have no idea. I think if they support this, if they come up with some cool features, if they keep plugging away at this, they could sell quite they could do pretty well, especially if they make sure to keep the multiplayer working, because that is like very unique in colony sim games. Really hard to guess. Really hard to guess. If they do nothing, if they just keep this game as it is, I think they'll probably sell 500. But if they keep going, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say 6,000 on this one. All right. Well, we're at 25, 21. Afterwave Downfall. Ooh, that's not what I want. Which is on sale for $10.39, down from $12.99, by 7 Radio Studios and Sleep Playing, and published by 7 Raven Studios. Arcade shooter where the player's battles against monsters completes various missions with a cool battleship. Deathrix invaded the world and released a mysterious meteorite causing a great flood. Players can upgrade their ships for better performance to fight the most brutal enemies. Alright, I mean, this looks cute. It's kind of hard to see what's going on with the little character introductions. They are cute characters, though. This is kind of saying mobile port to me. I'm guessing this is a mobile port. Not much description here. And only one user review. That is not in English, I don't think. No, it is in French. It doesn't appear to run very fast. Huh, okay. Only one person played it, possibly our disappointed French person. And they only had 8 followers, and this was made in November 26, 2022. We've got 1 negative review. 8 followers. So, either this is a mobile port left out to die, or someone completely fumbled the marketing on this one. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't have a particularly hooky premise, I don't think. But this could have done better, I think, if it were marketed more. I'm going to say 200 on this. And move on to Badlands. Which is on sale for $16.99 by Tony and published by George Games. Badlands is a PvE-focused multiplayer open-world sandbox set in a destroyed world. Be a post-apocalyptic scavenger in single-player or team-up with friends in multiplayer. If Tony is like one person, this is wildly impressive for a single-person developer, just to have any of those features functioning. Very odd perspective to be viewing this from. And the characters are kind of disappearing into the landscape. It's difficult to see what's going on. Many, many trailers, though. Oh, we can be Shrek. Alright. Oh, you can ride a motorcycle. Always a bonus for me. They have a Discord. PvE focus. Multiplayer game. Alright. Asset flip. Do not buy. This is Unreal Engine Survival Game Kit 2. Okay, so it is an asset flip. Tony, I take back many of the nice things I said about you. Nobody's playing. 3-hour peak of 11. 407 followers. Something happened back in September of this year, and they got a bunch of followers off of that, but then did not continue pushing. This is confusing, because why would you make an asset flip if you had this Steam page for like 2 years? It's December 4th, 2021. The mentality behind this one confuses me. 4 positive reviews and 7 negative reviews. 407 followers. Well, they've probably already got, like 400 or 500. So I'm going to say probably 800 off of this. Which for an asset flip, it probably paid for itself. It's a bit grimy, but what you gonna do? On we go to Blinded by Fear. For sale for $11.79 by Temper and published by the same. Interned, blind and alone. Okay, I initially read this as like, you're an intern. You have been forcibly made an intern. Get the coffee now. Fulfill your contractual obligations to the corporation that owns you. Your vision, modified by a cybernetic LiDAR device, is the only way to investigate the Anima, an abandoned futuristic mining facility with a dark secret and even darker horrors. This reminds me of another game that had a similar kind of LiDAR kind of like paint the walls to be able to figure out where you can walk thing. Oh, there was a spooky monster there, I think. This is a cool idea, but Blinded by Fear. Okay. It's unfortunate that we have no product reviews because I'm guessing this is quite short. Yeah, so it's a sci-fi horror game about using LiDAR to see. Interesting premise. Got a few people playing it. 41 followers, and this was created back in August of 2022. Oh, come on, brain. Remember things. All right, August 5th. So, we have 41 followers and no reviews. This is an interesting enough premise, and it looks polished enough that I would expect that like we would see relatively standard numbers for the short horror market. The price is a bit high for that, and it does not look like they have been doing much of, if any, marketing, which is unfortunate. I am going to guess 50 people will play this, though, like other short horror games, that number could go up quite a bit if it's picked up by a large YouTuber or streamer. Moving on to BoxLoop 2. On sale for $2.20, down from $2.60 by Small River Studio and Abdullah Al-Bajali. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Small River Studio and published by Small River Studio. Let's see what we've got. BoxLoop 2. The time-looping evil boxes are back. Oh no. Solve the riddles and help save our hero Aus from the time-looping evil boxes in this roguelike adventure. Wow, this is a roguelike. Okay. Alright. That's very trippy. It's kind of concerning that our hero and this guy on the couch and the guy on the bench here are not moving. This is the same thing with just different background screenshots. What? Okay. This is not really selling me on the game here. I don't know what's going on. If there is more to this game than this one screen with these 4 boxes, this was a terrible choice of promotional images. We have almost no description. Kind of baffling. A short, fun, challenging game with a really tricky ending. I had a lot of fun figuring out how to get the final achievement. Definitely give it a try, worth the price of $2. Well, I'm going to trust that Dumbfu knows more than I do, based on the fact that they have played the game. Curious that this does not show up in the list of reviews. It's kind of weird. Wonder why that one's not being counted. No players, 1 person played, probably Dumbfu. We have 2 followers, and this was initially released on December 27th, 2022. So, short lead time, but also apparently no promotional work, which is too bad, because maybe there's something there? I don't know, this one's really confusing to me. I'm going to say 50 people will play that game. Moving on to Brain Tester, Mind Trick Quiz. On sale for $1.83, down from $2.29 by STLoxZ, and published by XNKLV. These seem like disposable publisher and developer names to me. This game is about riddles and mind trick quiz with all the reasons needed for each answer. Also a cute girl. This is kind of reminding me of the other puzzle game where it was just like a normal puzzle game and then like a picture of a girl next to it, which is a genre I did not know existed, but apparently it does. So it's some kind of memory test. Why is this showing up here? What? This says it was released on the 3rd of March 2020. Why is this showing up in my list? I mean, it's quite an old Steam ID. Was this showing up in my Steam search? 1 second. Mind trick. Yeah, it is. It's showing up in the Steam search as coming out on January 19th, 2023. But on the store page, it says March 3rd, 2020. We have an introductory offer here. Really strange. Also, I have no idea how this is in any way similar to Overcooked Steam. Good heavens. This one is weird. Okay. What's going on with the charts over here? One person played it, but did not see fit to review it. We have 2 followers, and this was initially... Okay. I am genuinely confused. Maybe they replaced an app with another app? Like maybe this was originally a different game, and now it's this mind trick quiz game? Don't know. I'm going to trust the Steam DB charts. Actually, hold on. Maybe the history thing could tell me something. You know what? This is probably not particularly interesting. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to say this is December 27th. Oh, wait, no, this is still BoxLoop. Is this still BoxLoop? This is still BoxLoop. Come on, give me... Here we go. Mind Trip Quiz. Okay, so one person played it. And has... Okay, so this was... I'm very confused. Like, this makes sense? Even though it's still showing up as brain tester here. Okay, all right. 2 followers and nothing else. Genuinely baffled by this. Gonna put down 50, maybe, if they're lucky. Right. Moving on to Break Everything Living Room. This does make me wonder if there's a series of Break Everything games. On sale for $77.99, down from $129.99. Something's going on there. Hide. Interesting choice in pricing. No user reviews. It's really on sale for $77.99. This is an Unreal test room with an Unreal test weapon. Have you developed anything else? You have. A lot of other things. Many of which that have just really, really bad reviews. Let's see what game localization has. Mostly negative. What's going on here? First off, this isn't even a game. What is your name? Cannot get it to translate anything. So... my money laundering senses are tingling. I can't say for sure, but I would say probably this is not a game. Or its purpose is not that of a normal game. Very weird. Yeah, 6th of January, so this had almost no lead time. A fun shooter made in Unreal 5. Yeah, out of Unreal 5 assets. You need to use the toy rifle to shoot the balls to smash objects. Do we, though? Okay. Alright, so they did manage to somehow amass 4 followers. I'm gonna leave this one. I genuinely have no idea what this is for. It really... I'm gonna guess one person will buy this. Maybe. Who knows? Alright. Car Parking 2. On sale for $19.50, down from $32.50 by Louis Inc. and published by the same. This looks like it's a racing game. Okay, so we're in an Unreal test map. Meet the continuation of the first part. That would make sense. If there's a Car Parking 2, there should be a Car Parking 1. Get behind the wheel of the same cars and get into the finish line in the shortest possible time without, apparently, knocking over the cones. I mean, this is fairly simple. Like, it looks like this was made probably fairly quickly in Unreal. But like, this is not a terrible idea for a game. Like, this is a pretty cool idea for a game. It's just like there's very little effort put into this. Like, this is literally the Unreal Engine test texture. And I would be willing to bet that most of these cars were not made by Louis Incorporated. Still, you know, this kind of like precision driving thing, there's something there, maybe. But the question is this a game being made by like a first-time developer? Let's see, Louis Inc., do you have a whole bunch of games? You have a whole bunch of games. So, genuinely a little confused by this one. Again, wow, it's a day for confusing stuff to go on. So no one played this game, and they have 8 followers. November 19th. So, what do I say to this? Genuinely no idea. If this was made by someone in earnest as like a first game, good job. Other than that, no idea. I don't think many people will play that game based on what it looks like. Let's keep going. All right, we have Chess Match on sale for $9.74, down from $12.99 by Omegabyte, and published by the same. Chess Match. We have a cute little bird. Hey, I like the cute little bird. Chessie's Chicken Chess Match is a unique addition to the Match 3 genre. Oh, so it's not actually chess, it's Match 3. Alright. Pieces move like they do in chess. Catch chickens before they cross the board by matching pieces they are standing on. Earn chips and use them to purchase power-ups. Earn combo points by catching 2 birds in one match. Okay, so interesting take on Match 3. Pretty simple store description. No reviews. I mean, the little bird's cute. 1 person played it. 7 followers. Released on January 4th. So... again, I think that this game probably wouldn't sell particularly well in general, but because like Match 3 games are quite oversaturated in most marketplaces at this point. But had there been some marketing, I think it could have done better than this, as is, I'm going to guess, 10, probably. Because there are people who just go through and just take all the Match 3 games. So maybe there are 10 of them. We're going to go with Colossal Cave, which is, wow, that is a bold choice of a name, because that is the name of one of the very oldest text adventure games. Colossal Cave Adventures was, wait, That's not correct. All right, anyways, this is on sale for $46.79, down from $51.99 by Cygnus Entertainment and published by the same. We're going to go back and try this again. Colossal Cave is an exciting point-and-click adventure into a mysterious cavern, a reimagining of the celebrated text adventure by Will Crowther and Dan Woods. Okay, so this is Colossal Cave Adventure, just a graphical version. Acclaimed game designer Roberta Williams brings you her vision of the game that inspired her to create her own legendary games. All right, cool. I mean, there's a pedigree on this one. Hey, there's the dwarves with their axes. Okay. Huh. Interesting. They've got a Discord. Classic. All right. It's a faithful remake of a really antiquated and frustrating game designed from the 1970s that requires tons of playthroughs to beat, or probably a walkthrough. Despite mind-boggling challenge, I enjoyed a number of aspects, but the price is not right here. $40 for a remake of an old text adventure seems way off. I kind of have to agree with them. I really respect like Colossal Cave Adventures, and this is a cool version of that. But putting it out now for $46 is a lot. I would understand the price more if this were sort of like specifically like fundraising for people, maybe. But this seems like a lot of money for. We've got a couple of pre-release reviews. Interesting. Also, interestingly, Colossal Cave Adventures was based on a real cave. So I wonder how closely this remake actually maps to the real cave. Some people are playing this. 11 people are playing now. 35 at peak. They did have some followers, and they are not quite breaching the top 200 sellers, but they are doing pretty well. So here's hoping that they do even better. November 16th, 2022. So this was a surprisingly short lead time on this one for a game that had this kind of pedigree. So November 16th, 2022. They managed to get 1,109 followers, which is about 10,000 wish lists, which is sort of on the lower end of what you need to get into the algorithm, and they still have not quite made it yet. Like they have 14 reviews, but they only have 7 reviews after it was officially released. So here's hoping that they get over that hump and get into the algorithm, because this is a piece of video game history. What am I going to guess on this one? I'm going to guess about 1,000 sales on this one. And I hope that they get more. All right. Cookie Match Enhanced Edition. There are a lot of games today, everybody. We are only on the letter C. Okay. This is on sale for $3.74 and down from $4.99 by Sublevel Games and published by the same. Cookie Match is a game that everyone can enjoy. To match cookies and cookie cutters or icings, you will face difficult tricks in each room that gives you a unique experience and entertainment. Clear all the stages and reveal cookies' true stories. Okay, so we have a lot of levels for this. What are we actually doing, though? Generally not a good idea just to show. Is this a Sokoban game? Oh, okay, so we are trying to match cookies with the cutter. Okay. Okay. Looks very simple, but looks like it works, and there's lots of levels. Not a lot to say about this one. Sublevel Games, do you have a bunch of games like this release? Nope, this is your first game. Well, let's see how your marketing efforts went. One person did play it. You only had 3 followers. When did you start this? January 6th. Okay. So, if I had to guess, this is a first-time developer who was unaware of the necessity of doing an advertising campaign. Still, you got a game out, you got it on Steam, and it is up for sale. So good on you, Sublevel Games. Let's hope to see you again. You got to market your game, though. I'm going to give these people 10, I think. 10 sales, probably. All right. Moving on to Estencel. On sale for $16.19, down from $17.99. Created by Ron Vine and published by the same. All right, we've got a developer playthrough. This is giving me strong Bloodborne vibes. Slash your way through Estencel! ! Okay, so Estencel is a place. Traverse across a corrupted maze-like city fighting horrors, customize and arm yourself into the ultimate monster-killing assassin. And this fast-paced dark fantasy action, solve the mysteries of this world before they swallow you whole. Okay, I mean, they clearly have dark fantasy action. I mean, very, very strong Bloodborne influences, but it doesn't look bad. I'm interested in seeing what the reviews are thinking of this, because this looks surprisingly decent. They have a demo, which is very nice. They have a Discord also. They're asking us to add to their wish list. Very spooky. Boss dude, several enemies, exploration, dynamic combat system. All right, local multiplayer. And it's supposed to be about 10 to 20 hours. And it's a one-person game. Good heavens. Incredibly impressive for one person, this kind of game. All right, let's see what people are saying. Overall, it's a solid game at a good price point. It's challenging gameplay and requires quite a bit of patience. It took about 5 hours for it to realize that some parts are just meant to be run through to get to the boss. Once that part was realized, the game became a lot more enjoyable. Surprisingly addictive, though you only played 2 hours. Absolute banger so far. Alright, all of these people are liking it. Let's see. This game is clearly inspired by Bloodborne and manages to capture some of the core combat mechanics of Bloodborne decently well. However, the level design feels really bland and the overall art direction feels really cheap. You know, Techno, you're not wrong, I think, but like, this is done by one person. The game clearly wasn't made with a controller in mind. Ah, that's too bad. Man, if this was like $10 or less, it would be fine and nothing more. It sort of feels like pre-alpha build of a Souls game. They don't like what it looks like. That's quite mean. But again, one person. And okay, so I'm saying one person as a defense because one person making a game like this is totally absurd. Incredible, incredible achievement. But they're also not wrong in that, like, it being made by one person doesn't really matter to the end user. So this is an incredible achievement while also possibly having been too much for one person just to do. I don't know. I think it looks cool. I'm saying this and I'm like, yeah, it's not like got the incredible design of FromSoft and their millions behind it, but it's still cool looking. All right, moving on. Let's keep going. Let's see how well Ron Vine did in terms of marketing this game. Well, there's some people playing it, not a ton. And this was started way back in June 9th of 2022. So this is okay, not a long time ago, but not a short time ago either. We have 1,594 followers. Not bad at all. Roan. We have 11 positive reviews and 10 negative reviews. Huh. I think a number of those negative reviews could have been turned into positive reviews by pricing the game down. But on the other hand, you know, you need the money. So tricky on that one. I think if this were priced at $10, like the Steam guy says, people's expectations will be different. I think once you go past $15 on Steam, people are expecting extremely polished experiences. I don't know what you would expect for $77, but you know, that's with heat and whatever it is that they're doing. Gosh. I'm gonna say 45. 900. No, I'm gonna give them their full follower count. I think that this is gonna go, get up to 1600, and I hope that that is enough to let Roan keep making games for a long time, because this is very, very cool, and an enormous achievement for one person to have created. Fortune the Fated, on sale for $3.89, down from $6.50 by Hosted Games, and published by the same. Actually, we have 2 games from them today, I think. Yes. Wait. Really? Hold on. What's going on here? Yes. Okay, so that we have 2 of these. Fortune the Fated demo. Okay, so this is the demo, and the Fortune the Fated are coming up as separate games. Okay, so my scraper is being confused by this new wrinkle in the Steam algorithm. So I'm guessing that this links directly to this store page. And so my scraper checks like, hey, is this only a demo, and kicks it out if it is. But in this case, anyway, let's see what we've got on this one. So we do have a demo, but we also have a for sale link. To unlock ancient spells needed to defend the galaxy, can you navigate fantasy? So this is a text adventure, like an old school original text adventure. They have no trailer, just these screenshots. It looks like we have statistics. Huh. Okay. Very short description. It's an interactive novel that allows you to make character choices, assemble plot parts in customized order from several genre-spanning stories. Okay. Alright, so it looks like this person may have... It's been a while since I read one of Sergei's books, and so I thought I would try again. I will not be trying a third. I'm here to choose my own adventure, but Sergei isn't interested in what I want or what you want. You are told what you are and what you do and what you think, sometimes breaking to be told who someone else is and what they do or did. I pushed through to the end, so it's only about 7 hours long. See if the story being told was worthwhile, but there isn't even a story here. It's just the first 2 or 3 chapters of one, with an extensive codex of fan art and literal links to his other works that you can totally buy and check out, so you're getting a full understanding of Sergei's sprawling products, aka the Sergeiverses. I cannot recommend doing so for anyone. Alright, so this is clearly like in conversation with a bunch of other works. There are a whole bunch of other games. I assume that these are also all text adventures in a similar style. They are. Alright. Though, you know, that one, the most recent one, let's check the most recent one before this one, Fortune the Fated. So, Fernwa Saga Book 1, and this one got 47 positive reviews. Alright. So there's clearly a market for these. Interesting. I'm going to delete this line because this is not a real separate entry. Okay. 2 people are playing this now, 10 hours, 10 peak. We only had 9 followers. 3,641 in top sellers. Curious. This page had been out since October 19th. Alright, this one is a bit complicated because it looks like they did not accumulate many followers and have only 1 negative review, but previous games by them have done pretty well. Gosh, no idea on this one. Hard to say, considering like all of the confounding factors, right? This is part of an ongoing series by a known quantity. What am I gonna say? I'm gonna give him what he got the last time, maybe. So yeah, that seems about correct. Even though these numbers really don't bear this out, I'm going to guess that there will be people who will follow over simply based on brand loyalty. Best of luck to Sergey. On we go to Frido. Robot time traveler got into the past. To get out, he needs to get to the time machine, passing more than 10 exciting levels. 10 is not a high number of levels, I don't think. All right, we got a little walking dude. This looks like a third-person platformer. Okay. There don't appear to be any enemies, just sort of little balls and platforms. It's kind of collectathon-y with the stars. But yeah, just balls and platforms. It's by Omni Games. It's 4 user reviews. We got a couple of cute little gifs in our description. Nostalgia. Yep, that's what you're going for. All right. It's a pretty good beginner platformer. Why am I rating it down? Because it can be finished in 15 to 30 minutes. Yes, 10 levels is not many with when they look this simple. Good, interesting, but also very difficult, peculiar, excellent graphics, excellent control, easy to master. The game is fun, many different levels. You can spend a lot of time in this good game. Curious review there, Smurf. A tour with platforming passing levels. Levels are also interestingly made there in 2D as well as 3D. That does not seem to be accurate. Also, the levels are made in different styles, winter, summer. Curious review there, Vlad. I'm not going to necessarily accuse Vlad and Smurf of being sock puppets of the person who made the account, but I would not be surprised to find out if they were. Let's see. Players 3 out of 5. There are some people playing this. Not selling particularly great. And only 2 follows. So January 4th. Actually, that's a mark against my maybe being sock puppets idea, because if they were, I would expect them to have both followed. Or maybe they did. I don't know. We have 1 negative review and 0 positive reviews. Why are you not counting these other reviews? No, I'm going to have to put down 3 positive and 1 negative. 2 followers. Gosh. I'm going to say maybe 50 on this one. Again, this is lower than the review count would suggest, but I find the reviews a little hinky. Godbusters. Who watches the Watchers? Good question. This is for sale at $6.49 by Wander Rabbits and published by the same. Episode 1. When fresh bodies start appearing from an explosion that happens weeks ago, it's up to the Godbusters to crack the mystery behind this case. Curious visual style here. Alright, so this is a visual novel. We have 3 of these today, I think. And again, very interesting. What a strange style. Yeah, it's all like that. It's like photo collage backgrounds and these like cool little paintings of people talking. All right. In a world where gods and saints are commonplace, one task force must watch over them. These are their stories. So you're god cops. All right. This game is incredibly charming and well written, and I'm sincerely looking forward to the next 7 episodes. Okay, so this is an episodic game. All right. The characters interact super well with each other, and they're all very charming. If you have $5 to spare, I absolutely recommend giving this game a go. Interesting style. All right, and we only have 2 reviews. Cool. Well, this one's actually really fascinating from a production perspective. I would love to know if Wander Rabbits has done other things. Has Wander Rabbits done other? Nope, this is their only game. Okay, so 3 people did play it, but then nobody's playing it now. They have 11 followers, and store page was made on December 2nd. Okay, so this feels like a first game by either a small studio or one person. I'm gonna guess 200. We have 2 positive reviews and no negative reviews. I think this one could have picked up a bit more traction with a marketing push. I am tempted to go look at whether or not they have anything on Twitter or anything, but nope. I will move on to Golfie, which is on sale for $17.61 and down from $23.49. Created by Tryhard Studio and published by Yogscast. Okay, so this is a Yogscast game. Yogscast are a YouTube channel, I think. I don't know much about them. I think they're a YouTube channel. Okay, we got a developer interview. Golfie is a run-based roguelike mini-golf deck builder. Wow. Play through procedurally generated levels, build a deck of crazy card abilities, and try to beat all 18 holes. Pick your route carefully, because no 2 runs or shots are the same. Already 83 positive reviews. Tryhard, have you made anything else? You have. You were part of a Yogscast multiplayer bundle, so you're sort of either adjacent to or part of Yogscast. Yogscast games. What games did they make? They made Plate Up. I played this one. Bots are stupid. They've published quite a few games at this point. Neat. All right. So Golfie looks cute. Your little golf balls. It's giving me Fall Guys vibes. Especially because you appear to shoot yourself simultaneously. This is not. You don't take turns in this version of golf, apparently. Golfie is Slay the Spire meets golf with your friends. Interesting genre mashup here. Oh, Buckwild. All right. Wow. All right. Neat. What are people saying? This game makes me wish Steam had a not yet option for reviewing early access games instead of just a hard no. I'm sorry, but this is awesome. Please, hot seat would be great. As of now, there's still a fair amount of bugs. Power shot makes this unplayable. Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case you got a hole in one. Thanks, Miss Kissick. Okay, so is this coming out of early access? Yes. Yes. So this was in early access for a while and is now coming out of it. Okay. All right. Let's see how this is going. We have 51 players now with 118 in peak. And they had 1,541 followers. Nice. All right, so this has been in development for a while, since June 2021. All right, June 23rd. So, who has ever in the history of ever wanted to paste formatting? Just completely baffling. 334 in top sellers, so not super hot, but then they have been out for a while and probably sold a bunch then, as this is just a final release, or 1.0 release. 95 positive and 16 negative. People generally seem to like it. Curious on this one. I'm gonna guess 4,000 on this. That's my guess. All right. 1 second. I will be back in a moment. Getting a drink. And I'm back. All right. What are we looking at now? We are looking at Grip on Reality, I think. All right, Grip on Reality is on sale for $6.81, down from $10.49. It is by Sean Marty and Raphael Marty, and published by Sean Marty. So it looks like we have another family game. We had another one of these earlier this week. Follow our adventures of a crazy wizard casting spells. The spells tend to be quite chaotic and unpredictable. The wizard finds himself embarking on a long quest across the world to uncover the mysterious cult worshipping a crystal. The same crystal powering the wizard's staff. Alright, we got a little wizard dude. He just broke a crystal. And we got a knight. Okay, so this is very different than that style would suggest. It's a platformer. This is very charming. It looks like it's mostly made in Microsoft Paint. The Magic Loom. Okay, yeah. This is adorable. No reviews. Early access? Oh, early access. Okay. It says they're going to have a community on Discord, but they do not have a Discord. Or at least they have no link to one. All right. Good, Sean and Raphael. Let's see what the charts tell us. This was created back in December. No real marketing push and no response. As charming as this looks, I don't think it will do particularly well on Steam because of the puzzle platformer, but I also don't think that matters. Just excellent job all around. I'm going to say maybe 50 people will check this out. It looks pretty cute. And we're going to move on to this. Light the Backrooms. Okay, so this is another Backrooms game. We had one of these on Monday, I think. $5.84, down from $6.49. Published and sold by Necoromorph. Alright. So again, we have the Backrooms, but they seem surprisingly unyellow. You will be hounded by ghosts in the backrooms of a ghost hunting company from midnight to 6 a.m. New kinds of crazy ghosts will be introduced daily, but you will also be notified how to deal with them. Take advantage of the 2 types of lights and survive 5 days of crazy business. Okay, so this is kind of doing the Backrooms, but also Five Nights at Freddy's. Not a terrible plan. Very survival horror-y. Okay. We have no available language, English language reviews, and 1 review in a language I don't speak. So, One person playing it now. There were 4 people playing it total. We only have 1 follower. 1 follower that showed up on January 6th, 2023. Positive review. So, this looks like it was probably assembled fairly quickly, but it's not a bad idea. Like, I like the idea of having to deal with different ghosts in different ways. Though the sort of empty environments of the Backrooms, and the fact that this is not actually like the Backrooms in quotation marks, like the property of the Backrooms, the concept of the Backrooms, means that this may leave some people feeling kind of cheated, though it is an interesting idea. I'm going to guess 200 people will play this. More if it gets picked up by a streamer or something. Moving on to, oh no, okay. Little Baby Poops Nightmares. For sale for $6.69. Nice. By Soju and Ink and published by the same. Let us see what we have in store here. Oh dear. Okay, a cute, family-friendly, fast-paced, and challenging action platforming game in a vintage rubber hose cartoon style, accompanied by old-school jazz music. Fight your way through every level, avoid traps, and fight off creatures to eventually wake up from each of 13 nightmares. So we have 13 nightmares, and you are a tiny baby throwing poop. The animation is quite impressive, really getting into that old-school rubber hose style. I'm going to zoom in so you can see on that. See? Look at it. It's adorable, and it's you know, got some hardcore potty humor or diaper humor in it. Oh, there was the devil. Gotta have that in there. You got Hearts for Life again. I should start keeping a running tally of how many games every day use Hearts for Life. So this one's kind of cool. Clearly some strong animation talent going on in here. Interesting. 2 user reviews. Fairly simple description. Oh, we do get color towards the end. Interesting. First impressions after an hour of playtime, the cute art style and animations are quite deceptive. I played on easy mode and the game is already brutal. Enemy placement is random. Oof. So each attempt on a level feels different. I mean, not bad, but that can be tricky. This game surely is for players seeking a real challenge. So far, I've only made it through 3 of 13 levels. Every finished level feels like having beaten a Dark Souls boss. Hard, but worth it. Overall, great platformer. And let's see. Yep, we have, I think this is in Korean, and it's a negative review. Interesting. What do the charts tell us? Well, they tell us only one person played it at a time. Not selling particularly well, and they only had 34 followers. Even though this was made back in November. One positive, one negative. So very clearly some strong talent there from Soju and Ink. There's a lot of animation work in there, but I feel like this was probably not strongly marketed. Like, very striking capsule image, even if it is quite gross. Yeah, this is one that feels like it was not marketed until very recently, or if ever. Very slowly building up followers. All right. What am I going to guess for this one? Gosh. I'm going to also guess 200 on this one, maybe. Moving on to Martial Fire. On sale for $19.50, down from $32.50, by Alex Lohman and published by the same. So it looks like we have another solo developer. Martial Fire is a classic 2D adventure game. Explore dungeons, ancient forests, and deadly wastelands. Fight enemies and solve riddles. All right, so we got a side-scrolling, like very slow, sort of Dark Souls style combat. We do have a stamina bar, so very clearly Dark Souls inspired, and a dodge roll. Nice. Very limited sort of Spine 2D or Live 2D style animations. What concerns me about this one is that all of the environments look the same. So we're seeing the same environment over and over again in the trailer, and then we have the same environment again and again here. You say we can explore dungeons and ancient forests, but I don't see forests and I don't see dungeons. I just see mountains. Still, one person, very impressive. Solo development, very, very difficult. Classic 2D adventure games. Is it? It seems like it's much more like a 2D Souls-like, sort of Salt and Sanctuary kind of thing. Looks like there has been no reviews. Let's see, Marshall Fire. Alex, did you market your game? Unfortunately, it looks like no. Not so much. 13 followers. Released the store page on December 7th. 7. There we go. 2022. And no reviews. So, very impressive game, Alex. Nice job. Look forward to seeing what you do next. I'm going to say probably 50 people will play this game. Moving on to Mystica. On sale for $6.49 by Clickota Games and published by the same. Mystica is an RPG for those who enjoy an intimately woven, powerful story with rich characters and a smooth, easy-to-learn, yet still challenging battle system. Fall into a world full of persecution, breaking tensions, and a mysterious natural force dubbed magic that's changing the planet. Alright, we have a very classic 16-bit RPG. Very classic. We have the heroes over here on the right side, and then the enemies on the left side. Interesting mix of styles. The heroes all look like pixel art, but that is clearly like line art style. So this looks like one of those RPG Maker heartbreakers, where someone has put a whole lot of work into this, and then no one is going to play it, which is really disappointing. This is a good, solid capsule image. But unfortunately, if we're looking at this, I think we saw a game that was similar to this one, where it was an RPG style game that looked quite expansive earlier this week, as well as dragon based one, I think. And with that one, I'm going to say the same thing that I said with this one, which is you need a hook, right? People have seen 16-bit style games since the early 90s, and you need something to get people to sit up and pay attention, to play Mystica instead of play another game in the same kind of design space. Or you need to market the shit out of it. But people are playing it. 4 people played it. 7 people played it at peak. No reviews yet, but there were 27 followers, so some people have been paying attention to this. Okay, so this was initially created on November 13th. And I mean, this does look competently made. It looks like someone poured a whole lot of time and effort into it. I'm going to say 100 people will play this game. That is my guess. Alright, Outcasts of Dungeon Epic Magic World Fight Rogue Game Simulator. Alright. This is on sale for $3.89, down from $6.49 by Midnight Games and published by the same. Outcasts of Dungeon is a third-person fantasy action being in the role of a powerful war mage with dozens of deadly weapons and spells. Defend your kingdom fortress from a rampaging mob of beastly invaders. Okay. Looks like we have no character customization. You're fighting like orcs and goblins in a castle. So we're seeing the same orcs and goblins over and over again. This kind of reminds me of Orcs Must Die without like the trap setting. Uh-oh. Alright, we have one review from Addy. One of the worst games I own on Steam. A bizarre action roguelike kusoge, which is not a word that I know. What's kusoje mean? Kusoje translates to shitty game in Japanese. Oh no! It refers to broken fighting games that are still fun to play despite their bad design. So maybe this is still fun to play. Where you wander from room to room, mashing left click until every orc is dead. The mechanics don't seem to go any deeper than that. The first dungeon took about 15 minutes, which was 15 minutes too long. Oh no. And all the enemies were utterly brain dead. There are rampant graphical errors, typos everywhere, and a general lack of attentiveness to anything resembling quality. Ouch. When the second dungeon began, my mouse stopped working, so I clicked the regenerate button on the assumption it would regenerate the dungeon. Instead, it placed me back at the first dungeon again, but hey, at least my mouse worked. Please do not play this. Okay. Has Midnight Games made anything else? They have. They made a car racing game already that they released 7 days ago. And then another game. And one back in July 6th. So, their car racing game. They sold a few of these. Probably the worst car racing game I've ever played. This is not even worth $1. No controller support on Linux and Steam. All the good reviews must have been written by the developer of this game. He's managed to take £1.69 from all of us out of shame. So this person has released a whole lot of games that appear to largely be... Alright, this one doesn't appear to have gone anywhere. Wait, what's going on here? These appear to be... They have different things. Different developer and publisher. But they are showing up in the same list. Midnight.games. Oop, mostly negative. Something a little bit weird is going on there, I'm guessing. One person played this game. Probably our very important friend down here, Addy. April 1st, 2022. So, is this a joke game? Like, is it an April Fool's game? A bit confusing. I wonder if we'll come back tomorrow and there will be a bunch of positive reviews of this. Like, the name makes me think it's a joke. I don't know. Again, man, this is the day, at least this week, for baffling games. Absolutely no idea here. I'm guessing 100 people, maybe, and possibly there should be fewer. Alright, Pixel Slayer. On sale for $5.49 by Paul Art and published by the same. Indie RPG game with infinite fun and endless possibilities, except you are a... Are you just... your mouse? What's going on here? So you just swipe your mouse across enemies to kill them? Okay, there's some kind of upgrades, I guess. Maybe? Or are we just counting the number of things that you've killed? I am absolutely baffled. Like, clearly the mechanic is that you, like, scrub your mouse over stuff to kill them? But, like, what in God's name is the rest of all this? Very confusing, is a unique idle RPG with various gameplay possibilities. So it's an idle game. Buy upgrades to spawn more monsters and increase your reward. Feel stuck? Convert resources into gold to spend it for more powerful upgrades inside the prestige shop. Infinite fun, endless possibilities. Alright. Game is not idle, a clicker, sandbox, or a role-playing game. I feel like the author just picked a number of tags they hope would look good. As for the gameplay, there's no tutorial, help, or directions. No idling feature, just carpal tunnel pain. Ooh. But I see there are idle options unlocked later. Game is very slow and requires trial and error just to get to the first rebirth. I'm enjoying it after struggling in the beginning. Sadly, it does not have a tutorial. Tutorials are important. Paul, tutorials are important. Let's see if you've made other things. You have. You've made a bunch of things, including several games about Hitler. What is going on today? Good God. Okay. All right. Another idle game that people did not like. Okay, just a heads up, I really like playing idle games, incrementals, and clickers, and all in all, this game started as the most clickers do. The biggest issue I have with the gameplay loop and Prestige is the fact that on Prestige it just resets your unlocked stuff. Absolutely nothing else happens. It's underwhelming. Not terribly bad, just not satisfying to see numbers go up. Okay, and it's a very similar system, like same UI, same kind of stuff going on. All right, Paul Art, Godspeed. Let's see what we can get out of your charts. 2 people are playing it. Nice. 13 followers, acquired since January 6th. All right. Two negatives, 1 positive. Again, I'm left having difficulty estimating on this one. I'm going to guess 200. Maybe people do like idle games, but that one is so hard to understand what is happening. Maybe it will have trouble selling. I don't know. I feel like I'm losing my mind today. All right, let's hope that Rapscallions on Decks, a friendship Otome, on sale for $5.84, down from $6.50, by Chenny MK, will be a nice palate cleanser from all the weirdness today. Mistaking Larska for a boy, 4 pirates kidnap her because they're in desperate need of a swabby. And that's how Larsa finds herself on board a pirate ship in the middle of the ocean. Will should be able to bond with these pirates as she sails the seas and goes on adventures with them. Okay. Yeah, alright. This looks very cute. There's a bunch of cute boys. You can choose who to talk to. Alright, this looks adorable. Very nice. Extremely simple simple backgrounds, but I think the question for this one is it well written and is it long enough? That would be my guess question. Characters are all quite cute, but we have no reviews. Unfortunate. So I'm wondering if I don't think Chenny has released any other games. Nope, they have. They've released a couple of other games. In similar art styles and in similar genres. How are these doing? Okay. Curious though. Usually people who have released a lot of games do a lot of marketing for their games because they know that that's how you sell copies. We only have 20 followers from a game that was released on or Steam page was initially created on. I keep stumbling over that one. Steam page was originally created back on November 1st last year, so they had 3 months of lead time, but they only picked up 20 followers. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess something. Let's see. Hold on. BL. Okay, so this is their first hetero romance game, and maybe they are not fine. Maybe their existing audience is not converting over. I would not be surprised about that, but they have very little response to this one. Oof. I mean, their previous game sold maybe over 1,000 copies. I'm going to guess 600? It's not like pirates are not interesting. I just don't know if they're marketing their game enough to get it out to the people who would be interested. All right. It does look very cute, though. Moving on to Red Wukong. another game about Wukong. For sale for $25.99 by Overcode Games and published by the same. All right, we've got a developer game broadcast. Oh, we got a little dude. Yep, that's Sun Wukong with his stick and his tail. All right. Wukong is a 3D action platformer with a beat-em-up style, combat powered by Unreal Engine 5. Okay, that makes sense. Each level is a different challenge. Also, the world map is highly explorable and hides some dungeons. Some gameplay aspects are influenced by SNES platform classics, bringing them to the new generation. Probably want to maybe spell check your Steam store page. Oh, there's a little explodey enemy dude. That is an interesting way of flying. Where's your cloud, Sun Wukong? Wow. All right. Trying to run between dinosaurs? Magic tubes? Overcode, have you guys done anything else? Let's see. Nope, this is your only game. Oh, wow. All right. We're going a little bit off the beaten path here with the narrative. In the depths of planet Paragon, inside the Arkan mines, the great drills never stop working. But that day, a strange red light was all around. Workers talked about some energy popping up in the air. And then, in a weird Terminator style, Red Wukong was there. Why is he called Red? Now he will face the Kaizen Empire that controls the planet, but no one knows his purposes. All right. So, despite this being a 3D action game, I'm guessing this is by a very small team, and this is their first game. It looks like they're using a lot of like Unreal assets. I'm recognizing some of the rocks and stuff in the background from the available asset packs in Unreal. That tube is just amazing. I love it. All right, let's go. Right, we already took a look here. We had one person play this game and only 64 followers, though they made their game page back in July 23rd. Okay, so 63 followers and no reviews. Hard to say on this one. The price is very high for a game like this. Really hard to say. I'm gonna guess 200 maybe, despite the fact that they have apparently gathered no reviews or sales within the first 24 hours. All right, best of luck, Overcode Games. I look forward to seeing your next game. Whoop, that's not right. Moving on to SGS Taiping. On sale for $25.49, down from $33.99 by Strategy Game Studio and published by Avalon Digital. Let us see what we have here. Looks like a grand strategy game. The game recreates the Taiping Rebellion, 1851 to 64, the deadliest Chinese civil war costing the lives of millions. Play the Taiping rebels and their allies, fighting to create their own state, or be the Qing Empire and crush the revolt and its foreign devils allies before it topples your dynasty. Okay. Interesting visual style, very map heavy. Oh, we have a card-based system, sort of like Risk, maybe? Okay, this looks, you know, competently made. Interesting UI decisions. I wonder if this is... No, the buttons and stuff are too small. I thought it might be a port for a moment. Interesting. Massive maps, massive historical scope, and definitely massively researched. It's like opening up a history book inside the game. Okay, that's interesting. There's a grand campaign and smaller scenarios. Neat. Okay, so I think that this could find an audience, but I don't know if it's going to. Well, it's found a bit of an audience. We have 3 people playing it right now with 21 at peak. And very, very few followers, unfortunately. Yes, only 88 followers. Store page was created on the 6th of December last year. Huh. Two positive reviews and 1 negative review. And those 88 followers I mentioned. Tricky. Grand strategy games tend to have like relatively strong showings on Steam. Maybe not as strong as like building games, but or card-based games, but this is card-based? Huh. The trick is they would need to advertise to people who are interested in this particular era of history. That tends to be how like historical strategy games work. People who are like, you know, really, really into World War II history or you know, War of the Roses history or something. They will all buy like that particular thing. And so there's like several companies that just make grand strategy games about kind of the same era of the history over and over again and charge very, very high amounts of money for them. And they have very tiny, narrow, but highly dedicated fan bases. However, in this case, it does not look like Strategy Game Studio has found that audience. That doesn't mean that they can't. It just means that they haven't found it yet. So, I'm going to say 500. That's my guess, but could go up or down from that one a lot. Just a guess. F41. 59. Moving on to Shrine of Spirits, which is a free-to-play game by the developers called Goddess and published by the same. The demon army is invading, and the goddess is in danger. At the most critical moment, you lead many heroes equipped with artifacts to fight for the goddess in a dark fantasy world. Together with your friends, fight against the demon army and become the legend of the Pantheon. Okay. So we have some kind of turn-based combat game. This arena is reminding me of Pyre. Okay, we have little 3D characters here and cards. This is a gacha game. This is a gacha game, right? Yeah, this is a gacha game. We have very, very pretty characters acquired from cards. That's my guess. Apart from the obvious pay to win of this game, so it is pay to win, it's still just some garbage mobile game, and I don't know why you would want to play this on your PC. So this is a mobile port of a gacha game. All right. So getting quite hostile responses from Steam. Hey, there's Annoying Crow. I was wondering whether I would get through an entire day without seeing Annoying Crow review something. What were you expecting, Kaka? The game plays itself, Kaka, but sometimes you confuse one skinny dude with other monsters and get more powerful skinny dudes. Enlightening gameplay! Thank you, Crow. Okay. So it's one where you fuse characters together and the game plays itself. And it looks like this game has been re-released several times, but wow. All right. You have 65 hours on record. Interesting. This is the person that has the most experience with this game. So it's possible that this is coming out of early access or something. Something to get bumped up, get their release date bumped up again. That would be my guess. Goddess, do you have any other games? You do. You have several other games. Okay. Yeah, this is very clearly formatted for a mobile phone. So despite the hostility of the Steam comments, there are people playing it, and this kind of game, you know, it is free to play, and gacha games have a lot of addictive mechanics in place. So if this is a gacha game coming from mobile to Steam, and What am I going to guess on this one? Only 207 followers, but this many reviews. This means that they're probably pushing pretty hard from somewhere else and not asking people to like favorite or follow their game. Maybe from the mobile game, they may have an ad for the Steam version in the mobile game or something. Gosh, I don't know. How much do they currently have? They've got 69, so 3,000. You know, I'm gonna bet higher. I'm gonna bet that they are gonna get to 10,000 on this one, because it is free to play, and gacha games work. I don't like that they do, but they do. All right, and moving on to Tactical Vengeance. Play the game. For sale for $32.50 from MT Games Interactive and published by the same. Play 6 different match with your friends or alone with bots. Fight your team to be the best team and win the match. You can play single player and multiplayer or PvP. Own medals, achievements, and player level through the matches. Matches? Okay, probably something weird going on there. You have to find food and water so you are not dying from needs. So this is a survival match-based game? Different match. What do they mean by match here? Capture the flag. Okay, so there are like actual like matches. But why would there be like survival needs in a round-based combat game? That's a little weird. Pretzels. I approve. Play 6 different match with your friends alone or with bots. MT Games Interactive, have you done enough things? Nope, this is your first game. Only language is English. The lighting looks very severe. Like there's only the single sunlight, making the lighting sort of a little thin. Can we see our friend through our own gun? Okay. We got sort of Counter-Strike inspired kill feedback. All right. Let's check the charts for this one. One person played it, and the store page was made on the 3rd of January. Huh. Okay, so I think these people will likely not sell very many games. As I mentioned before, as I mentioned yesterday, for a multiplayer game, you have to maintain a minimum player base, or people can't play the game. Like, you can play this game with bots, apparently, but in general, multiplayer games, you need a minimum player base, and you need to hold onto that as hard as you can, because if your player base drops below the minimum number to play a game, you will lose your entire player base forever and never get them back. So my estimated sales for this are 10. All right, best of luck to MT Games Interactive. I look forward to seeing what you have in the future. 48, 46. Oop, that is incorrect. The Director's Disorder pilot episode. So we have a pilot episode of a free-to-play game called Just Sauce Studio. Okay. The Director's Disorder pilot episode. All right. The director, a psycho killer, has chosen you to play the main character in his next film. Will you play your part and survive the night, or will you be his latest victim? All right, so we have a survival horror game. Some people are liking this, by Just Sauce Studio. Very nice environment design. Excellent dog. Ooh, the dog again. Very good. Alright, spooky game in the woods. You play the part of Cole Westwood, a retired actor, as you attempt to survive the whims of a deadly killer. To live through the night, Cole will need to avoid antagonizing the director by following the script or risk his wrath. This is the role of a lifetime. Okay, interesting. Interesting. That's a cool idea. I wonder if they're planning on having other episodes. Short game, but quite enjoyable. Director's disordered pilot episode, horror game, how to make you make multiple decisions. This game is fantastic. The tone it sets is incredibly tense. So, very positive response from players. Seems like it's fairly short. People like the dog. Yes, excellent doggo. The bird that almost killed me. This is a fun game. So, yeah, people really like it. It is free, so, people do like free stuff. Let's see who's playing it. We got 28 people playing it, with a peak of 28 people. So this is the most popular it has been. This was initially released on July 2nd, 2022. And we have 17 positive reviews. And only 61 followers. So that's interesting. You would not expect this many followers from that many, like this many reviews from that many followers, but yeah, people are liking it. So it seems like it's got some buzz. I would be really surprised if we don't see this run the circuit of horror game YouTubers. So my guess for this one is maybe 2,000. It's free to play. I'll say 3,000 on this one. Good luck to Just Saw Studio. Nice job. Moving on to Trapper's platformer demo. $51.49. Trapper's platformer demo, which is a free demo that I expect to be weird. Developers of Molamuto.com and published by the same. So, again, this is another one of those weird ones where it comes in, the Steam search page says that it's a demo, but the actual game is for sale for $19.49. So I'm going to change that to $19.49. $19.49. So this is not free to play. It is a platformer. This really reminds me of a game that came out yesterday with a similar sort of coloring book style. Not coloring book, hand-drawn style. Very weirdly pixelated art. Looks like you can buy things from people. It's like deliberately invoking like the notebook kind of like drawing in your notebook with pencil crayons thing. I like the little rabbits. They're very cute. Story-driven Metroidvania-ish, challenging platformer with cute hand-drawn graphics and a focus on exploration. Is this the same game that just got like a double release because of the demo in quotations? I don't know. No, I haven't seen these little spooky dudes here. All right, there's enough here that's kind of cool. You're a little turtle guy, I guess. Tortuga wakes up falling from a cliff. Not the best way to start the day. Huh. I took a chance with this one, and I'm enjoying it. The developer has been very, very helpful and responsive. I wonder what you needed help on, though. Treeper's platformer. No one's playing it now, but 2 people did play it. 21 followers. Store page was made back in December 23rd. Tricky. Very tricky. Alright, we got 21 followers. That 1 positive review. Hard to say. I'm going to guess 200. It does look quite cute and charming, but I think people might be turned off by the art style more than charmed by. Best of luck to Malamucho. I don't know what you were doing with the free demo thing. That is weird. And I don't know if it's your fault or if it's just something strange that Steam is doing today. Moving on to Underworld Island. On sale for $9.99, down from $12.49 by Mountain and Sea Studio and published by the same. Let us see. Underworld Island. Underworld Island is a horror thriller with full motion video interactive story game. To discover the truth about the samsara in the Underworld Island, you must make the right choice every step of the way to save your daughter and jump out of the cycle of death. Interesting. So this looks like it is maybe a release out of early access because we have a split between recent and all reviews, which means that it's been getting reviews for some time. Looks very spooky. I wonder how the mechanics work. This would probably be more effective on me if I listen to these videos with sound. But I don't. Okay. Yeah, looks spooky enough. Hard to review FMV games, if I'm being honest. Incredibly good experience. I loved it. I got the Samsara ending. I'm planning to replay it to give the others. Doesn't look like you did, though. Only for 3 hours. Fluffy. Yes. Thanks, Fluffy. Game is really cool. There are a couple issues with pacing, but the translation needs a bit of work, but really enjoyed playing it. Didn't know what to expect, but I ended up loving the story. Double tap the buy button for Ding Ding. Soup? Okay. So there was an early access period, and all of these reviews are for that. You said it was about 278 hours of torture, but you only played for 4.5 hours, and then you went back and played more. So that's a bit weird. Okay. Interesting. I know almost nothing about this kind of game, so it's very difficult for me to say much about it. Wait. Let's see if Mountain and Sea Studios have made other games before. Nope, this is the only one. Okay, so we have 15 people playing it now, with a 93 peak. Oh, they had 1,332 followers. So I'm guessing that they released this into early access in December. And they've been on a steady incline since. So I think this is going to keep selling. It is cool looking. 921 in top sellers, so it's not flying off the shelves, but it's doing okay. 210 positive reviews with 37 negative reviews. Neat. All right. So let's write these down then. And this is the store page was originally created November 2nd. So there was a pretty tight turnaround on this one. No huge, long marketing campaign for this. We're estimating this. Steam Spy is always extremely generous in its estimates. I don't know if it's working anymore. So we're talking somewhere between 5 and 10,000 sales, probably. I'm gonna guess the higher end of this. I'm gonna say 12,000 sales, I think, for this one. Nice job, Mountain and Sea Studio. Looks cool. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Soul Arena. We have our first Warhammer game, which is free to play by Trophy Games. Warhammer is now like being sold to pretty much any company that feels like making a video game for it, which means that they tend to be wildly variable in content. This one looks cute though we have a mixed feedback results. Look at the little chibi berserkers. This looks very cute, but I'm guessing the problem is the monetization method. Or it could be that it's a weird game. It's kind of reminding me of Blood Bowl. Like, the character models are all very cute, but I wonder if the game is any fun. Soul Arena is a fun auto battler. Okay, so Auto Battler, that means that this is a gacha game, I'm guessing. So that makes sense. It's free to play, so it's a gacha game. Games Workshop, Amazing Age of Sigmar Universe. How much you want to bet this is also a mobile port? Match 3 units to upgrade. Your chess pieces or units are core of your Warhammer Age of Sigmar army. Collect and merge some units from the shop and upgrade them. So again, this is fuse characters together, and then pay real money to buy more. Mobile trash everywhere. Now that I think about why did I have this on my wish list, 10 out of 10. I played this game. It reminds me of to check if Dota Underlord still had players. It did, and I had a pretty good time. Ouch. Back to Souls Arena, the trash game, worst I've seen. Whole month to acquire a new captain. Oof. I don't know. I think they look cute. Cute little Chaos Warriors, no thanks. Okay, so there's some combination of people not liking it because it's a gacha game, people not liking it because it is a mobile port, and people not liking it because they don't like Warhammer being cute. Okay. Mobile cash grab. Okay. Well, again, I fully expect this to do pretty well despite the negative reviews. Yeah, see, 122 people playing it, with 227 peak yesterday. Not in top sellers though. So they might not actually be making a ton of money off of this. That's interesting. Okay, so that is May 19th. With 963 followers. Whoopsie daisies. $35 positive reviews and 53 negative reviews. Hard to say on this one. Just looking at the number of reviews. Probably about 4,000 sales. What's everyone else estimating? Yeah, that's about the higher end for this. I'm going to say if they keep it up, like if they keep making stuff for this, I'm going to guess they probably double that. Warhammer is still a relatively powerful brand, and gacha games work. That's my guess. Moving on to Way of the Wizard. It was a second Wizard game today because we had that little family side-scroller earlier. This is on sale for $8.39, down from $13.99 by Louis Incorporated and published by the same. Way of the Wizard. Alright, this was not what I was expecting. Really not what I was expecting. We have little visual novel characters. And we can shoot things from our wand. More things from our wand. Looks like different kinds of wands shoot different things to kill spiders. Is it all just spiders? It seems like it's all just bugs. Way of the Wizard is a first-person adventure game taking the role of a traveler who wants to become a wizard. And kill bugs, apparently. Fight hordes of monsters with magic and a staff. Carefully explore the locations in search of clues that will help you move forward. So, identical environments. It seems like very limited palette of enemies. This is probably Danny's... Oh, okay. This is actually developed by Danny Gass. Have you done anything else, Danny? Yeah, we've got some other very simple kinds of games. This looks like an Unreal test level where you drop blocks. And then another game called Neon Light, which is a little platformer. So my guess is this is not a first game by a developer, but it looks like this is maybe the first somewhat more ambitious project by this developer. No reviews. One person played it, and the Steam page was created on November 24th, so it had been in production for a while. Let's see how many followers we have. 19. So I'm going to guess probably 50 on this one. I'm going to fix this because that was a mismatch. All right. Keep it up, Danny. Looks like you're having fun making games, and I hope you continue. You Are a Pilot is our second last game today. It is another free-to-play game. This one is by Gunter Games and published by Gunter Games. Okay, we've got a little South Park kind of guy. You Are a Pilot is a 2D arcade simulator of a pilot who drives jet-powered flying car. The controls are based on physics. Deliver various goods, drive livestock on a farm, or defend Earth from alien invaders. Okay, so this is a silly little physics game, sort of like QWOP or one of those. There's one called Goofy Biking. I like the visual style. This is very silly. No, there's one where you go inside of somebody's body. Okay, this looks goofy, and all right, nice. There is a roadmap for this apparently, and it is an early access game. The controls are very superiorist. Tuning, pimp your ride. It doesn't actually look like you can customize your vehicle at all. It's always this little yellow car. But hey, it's early access. We'll see what happens. And here's Annoying Crow again. Crow is the first person to review a game on Steam. Well, you have to mention that it has the aesthetic of South Park. Yes, it does. At least it's trying to. Where is the chicken lover? Good luck trying to figure out how to move in this game. All right. I mean, there might be something here. Let's see what the charts say. 4 people did play it. And this was created back in November. Wow, this has been in development for a while. November 18th. But not from this year, from last year, 2021. We have 1 positive review from Crow and 11 followers. Oh, wait, no, we have 2 positive reviews. 1 from Crow, 1 from someone else. And it is free to play. So I'm going to say 200 people will check this out. It looks like a silly physics game. And why not? Okay. Our last game, which is called Your Story. It is on sale for $14.39, down from $17.99, and it is both developed and published by GameLoad. Your Story is a visual novel with point-and-click elements. You leave the safe quiet of your family's inn and embark on a fantasy adventure. It's a wholesome, growing of age tale. The mystery awaits just beyond the horizon. Okay. These are some cute visuals. It's a bit ambiguous as to what it's about. I think they're using AI for some of this, like for some of the visuals. Visual novel set in a secluded fantasy island. As Leah, a teenage half-elf, you spent all your life with family, running a crossroads inn, with major events to happen and unexpected guests visiting the tavern. That looks ominous. Visual style caught my eye and got quite immersed in the plot after a while. The music and the whole climate is really on point, so I can definitely recommend checking it out. But you only played for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Highly recommend this game to any gamer looking for a fantastic experience. This does not read like a real review. You don't mention anything about it. And this is not a game with gameplay. It's a visual novel. Right? We don't actually see any minigames or anything. Game is blatantly satisfying, not to mention pretty hand-drawn, but also the music is calming and immersive. What can I say? It's another visual one. What's the deal? Blepo. Okay, so people seem pretty positive on this. There's 8 user reviews. 5 people are playing it. 13 people played it over at maximum. 300 followers. Under the top 2,000 sellers, so it's not selling great, but not terribly. So it looks like they had 8 positive reviews and no negative reviews. When was this created? So this was created, quite a while ago, in February 22nd of 2020. I'm going to guess maybe 600 people will play this game. I feel a little silly because I was saying like, oh, visual novels are not overexposed, and then there were like 4 visual novels today. So maybe I'm wrong on that one, and it's not just all not safe for work games. Pumping that up. Again, the tags prove not particularly illuminating. We did have 10 visual novel games flagged for today, and bunch of horror games. All right, interesting day. A lot of games today. I'm going to bid all of you a good day and have a nice afternoon. I'm going to go get some lunch. As soon as I see my broadcasting actually like catch up with me. All right. Gonna leave this for a second. I don't really know how the broadcasting thing works on Steam. It's a bit confusing. Anyway. Have a nice one.